myth and the legend. But yeah, let me show our YouTube people what we're gonna do, and we're gonna see if it miserably fails. We have our magnetic powder. It's actually funny, they lost this in the mail and they sent me another one. And then I have this pigment powder that they use in bath bombs, and we're just gonna mix them together. We're gonna see if it works. It might fail miserably. It's very possible it'll fail. Look at that, that's the good stuff right there. Okay, to be fair, looking at this, it looks like they already did what I'm talking about. They just mixed some orange pigment in there. Yeah, this, well, we can test it real quick. If I think I specifically bought non-pigmented one. I can plug in this. Yeah, the sun tanning light, cancer light. I can plug it in and see if it's, but I'm pretty sure I bought the non-glow in the dark one because it was cheaper. So, also look at this panel. Doesn't it make you want to cry? So I'm not sure if I told you, but I found this guy who sold me 2 G3X units, but the older ones. And I've used the older ones, they're nice. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell one of my G5s, and then I'm gonna sell one of the G3X units, and then I'm gonna put in the GAA 24. You don't actually need to use Garmin sensors. And then I have a new audio panel. I finished the harness for that. I have a new comm. I finished the harness for that. But I'm gonna replace this wiring, because this wiring here is just not, well, first of all, it's wired in mono. So these are wired for mono, and I'm gonna wire mine in stereo. Because you get different radios or in your left or right ear, so worth the money. But yeah, I actually used the PS Engineering before. I've used that and it just sounds like garbage. Everyone sounds like you're talking to them through a 1950s radio. I mean, you get it's bad enough because the people you're talking with are talking to you through a 1950s radio, but this makes it even worse on the receiving end. So yeah. How come I post YouTube videos? Well, first of all, it's fun. Danger, electric shock. And then it doesn't really matter if I have the cancer light or not. Let's see if I blind myself. Oh, I see something. Oh, I hear it. Oh, here it is. This is the thing that looks like it'll kill me.
Let's shine it at the powder, whatever we got.
No, I don't think so. Does this glow? Definitely. You can see it.
Really? It glows in the dark. Yeah. You got glow in the dark bath salt?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is.
Powder 5-pound yellow.
And one thing that I forgot to buy was a salt shaker, because you're supposed to put in a salt shaker. Yeah, actually what I might do is, yeah, I mean, I could put it in this bag and just make a sprinkly boy.
Mix it up in the bag.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You think? Enough for a crankshaft?
Did you say this stuff is expensive?
This was $25.
$25?
Yeah, but if you bought it from Magnaflex, it would be $300. And if you buy the glow in the dark one, it's like $500 for like a 5-pound, like straight up. And it's like literally what they do is they probably do exactly what I'm doing right now. I mean, they probably use a better, they probably use, that's like Mountain Dew powder right there. Jesus Christ, that was probably too much even.
Give it a try.
I should have been wearing gloves. Well, wipe off my hands with the Mountain Dew powder.
Can you like buy whatever plus?
Yeah, but like the samples are also $50. So.
And then they'll tell you the composition.
I mean, you can know the exact chemical composition and still not know specifically what chemical they used. Yeah, like I've done.
For example, like grain size or however.
Yeah, I've done spectrometry in my undergrad. We've done it, and you can know like the exact composition. So like it tells you how many atoms there are pretty much, right? Yeah. Like, and you can do all the fancy math, but it doesn't necessarily tell you what combination led you to that final number.
Or what molecule is in there?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell like an element, right? Like carbon or gold, but is it 14 carbons? Like, where do those 14 carbons go? Like, I don't know.
My other favorite thing I always do is I go right to the MSDS.
MSDS?
Yeah, and usually it has vague percentages of what chemicals in there.
Yeah, I mean, usually there's public standards for everything, and you can get it pretty close. Like, if you have like a certain, you can tell the weight of it, and there's like a bunch of other like stupid bullshit that I forget because I haven't done it in so long. But there's like a database you can check it against. Like, this is probably this, based on like how much it weighs and like other bullshit that's not just...
Yeah, but if it's mixed, then all that goes out.
Yeah, let's see if this actually makes it radioactive goop or not. Yeah, glow in the dark magic powder. This stuff like looks like it'll give you cancer. Like, I know it's just iron oxide, but like especially when you add all the Mountain Dew shit. Are you inhaling my cancer powder? All right, let's see if the cancer powder works. Oh, this thing dead? Wait, did I unplug it? Wait, is there 2 plugs? What am I looking at here? Whoa, Well, then what is this for? Well, how was that turning on then?
No, you had it right.
Oh, this is it? Maybe it's just dead. And we just mixed up that powder for no reason. It's very possible. But let me also check the circuit breaker. It was for a couple seconds. Then again, I did get this table pretty cheap. like the cost of this lamp alone probably was worth it. I mean, based on what you would pay Magnaflux. Is there a switch here? This looks like dangerous. I feel it vibrating. Oh, maybe it's like, does this mean a specific orientation? Or, oh, no, it's alive again. Is there like an adjustment thing? No, this doesn't do anything. Let's see if my magic powder works. Oh, it's pretty good, I think. It's not as mixed as it could be. You can see it's a little bit uneven, but it definitely glows more than it did before, which is better than nothing. And now I have to actually remove these stupid journals for the rods. Well, but first, and also I had a question for you. I mean, I was just gonna look this up, but since you're here, are these, how are the cylinders labeled in a Lycoming? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I know it's alternating, like all the ones on this side are like even, all the ones on this side are odd. But is it this one? Is it closer to this one? Fair enough. No.
It's written on the case.
Yeah, oh really? Where? Not that we can tell because, well, I mean, I guess from the front. Did I paint over it? Is it lost knowledge?
This one is...
Well, we know that much. Yeah, well, the problem is we don't know if it's upside down or not, right?
Or what order it is.
You know, I'll just look it up in the book. Or better yet, I'll ask ChatGPT, who can look up the book for me.
It's not gonna hallucinate you.
Hey, which cylinder number? Because I gotta label these rods, because I'm pretty sure the rods have to go on in the same spots that they, I'm pretty sure there's some reason for it, like stretch or something like that.
No, weight is the only...
Weight? Are they different weights? Or they can be over time?
They can be different. Not over time, they are different weights, and so if somebody balanced assembly at some point, they rearrange the...
and like shaved material off of like each one to get it like specific?
Best to keep it the same order.
I see. Let's see. ChatGPT help me. We'll see if I'm pretty sure I can get to all of the crank and the camshaft today. I might also take apart the rest of that panel. Great. That doesn't help me at all because I am looking at a crankshaft. Well, I know this much. This is journal number 1, but I think it says it's with the firing order is 145236, but that doesn't.
What I would do is just take a picture.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to figure out what's unique on it.
So take a picture of it and send it to ChatGPT.
No.
You're a genius. Yeah, so this is number 1.
Sometimes they have
Oh, I see a 2 there, but
something unique and identifying on them.
I see is that a 5? No, it's a 10.
So somebody scratched a 4 onto
This
that
is a
one.
3. So, oh, they actually labeled it. Great. This is I can't actually, that's a 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you sure it's labeled? I don't see.
Yeah, it's like
I don't see the number.
completely fucked. But no, this one isn't labeled at all. No, there it is. 1, and then there's a 2 here. You can't really see it, but it's right here.
I would take a picture of this and write the number next to it.
Yeah.
For future reference.
Well, this here, you can see it's 1.
Yeah.
And then that one's 2, and then this one's 3. 4 is there. I'm assuming this one probably has, and then there's beautiful 6. Oh,
I take a picture of the whole thing.
yeah.
And then I always use the text feature.
You can do markup.
And then I just pencil in next to each
Oh, that's pretty smart.
each thing.
It's pretty big brained.
You can tell I fucked this up before.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Genius. You're a genius.
Now you can't fuck it up.
No, I can't. Well, don't. No, where's the wood? Where's the wood? Knock on wood. I can't fuck it up.
The mistake I made is I kept track of which one goes where, but then I didn't keep track of which side the numbers faced.
Ah.
Right.
Well, I have all of the numbers facing up now, so
You know that?
I at least know the direction. Although, well, I guess it doesn't. I guess it does matter.
It really matters.
Well, I mean, if you flipped it over,
They could be symmetrically unbalanced.
yeah.
Guaranteed they have it.
Time to get dirty and get oil all over another one of my shirts. Feels like every time I come here, I'm like, I'm not gonna get oil on my shit today. And it just, every time, it's just not the case. Yeah. Yeah, well, these pants have turned into my shop pants because there's also like a ventilation hole here for maximum cooling. But, okay, now you get to watch me throw out my bag.
Just kidding. We're gonna work on the GMC 507 connector first.
This iPhone? About the same cost as one of these. Isn't that crazy? Really, this whole device versus this whole thing. Crazy to me.
So to end off this video, I'm just going to show you guys the preliminary work we're going to do to make the connector for the GMC 507. The GMC 507 is an autopilot control head that powers the GSA 28 servos. And we're just going to do the standard stuff, you know, power, ground, CAN bus, all that fun stuff. And actually in this video, I ordered the wrong type of shell. I tried to see what the other shells would be like, but honestly, if you're ever going to make any connectors for any Garmin products, just buy the Garmin shells. They're really good quality and they're really not that expensive compared to the generic shells. I ended up getting a generic shell and it was plastic, so I just wasted that money for no reason. So yeah, just buy the Garmin shells. They're really great, especially if you're gonna do your grounding properly, which you really should be doing at every single CAN splice point. Something I also like to do for all of the wires that I do is wire up a lighting bus. I'll sort of show you guys how that works, but the TLDR is there's just a potentiometer that takes a 28 volt signal and just reduces it from 28 volts to something less than 28 volts. And those Garmin units can read that voltage to determine what lighting level to show. Something I also wired up was a discrete go-around button since I plan to do some IFR panel stuff. And I also wired in audio alerts that run from the GMC 507 to my audio panel. Now, technically, from my understanding, the audio alerts are only necessary if you're doing a G5 only installation, not a G3X one, but I decided to wire it in anyways. I also wired something that is usually only required for certified, a standalone autopilot disconnect. So all of the autopilot servos actually have their own control wheel steering disconnects that you can also use as an autopilot disconnect, but I would prefer to have both a disconnect button and control wheel steering. So what that allows me to do is if I want to disconnect, I can press the red button, and if I want to temporarily disconnect, I'll just press the yellow one.
Here's our connector for the GMC 507. We're gonna wait on the back shelf for that. This is the one for the new radio, and now we just have to make the one for the audio panel.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a lot of avionics and engine stuff coming up. We're making a lot of really great progress. Super excited to show you guys. Peace.